the D. I gotta fix that. Is it on now, Brandy? Hey, Christine. I'm fine. How are you, love? Hey, Nicole. How are you? Hey, Phenomenal. Phenomenal, I ain't seen you in a minute. Where you been? Hey, Brandy. Hey, Manny. Mama love you. And the only time we... Watermelon blueberry? I don't get that. Hey, Life of Bread. Hey, Cece. Phenomenal, where you been? You took a break? Oh, Beezy's World. Hey there. Oh, it's gonna be lit tonight. I'm seeing everybody. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Miss Wilson. Y'all make sure y'all tap the screen to love the stream. Hey, Christine. Selena. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Last of a dying breed. Hey, love. It's going. Oh, phenomenal. Oh, don't I know too well? I know that oh too well. And you know what's even better? That you were able to realize that you needed that and you took it. It wasn't forced. Hey, Kim. Albies, you said who, love? TMU. Y'all know I'm seasoned. Y'all got to break it down. CC Mom, you said you had stuck with me and I forgot exactly what it was. But it made me start saying, stop letting bad days. Trying to think it. Yeah. One bad day don't mean you got a bad life. A bad day is just what it is. A bad day. Excuse me. Hey, Candace. Hey, sister girl. Selena, it was awesome. And see, you making me want to change the title. But we could talk about it, but we ain't got 2 hours worth, y'all. We got 2 hours tonight. Maybe an hour and a half. You the D. Cause you can't have hell. I mean, what they say, hard times don't last forever. Nah. One day cannot define your whole life. One situation can't define your whole life. Thank you, Brandy. Get 'em. Oh, that means turn me up. Oh, okay, turn me up. Okay, turn me up, turn me up. Albita just told me something, so now I'm hip. We gonna turn everybody up. Hey, Ashley. Y'all see what the topic is? I had a choice of that and 2 other things to knock off my list. Even though we done got caught up in so many other topics, y'all, we done got sidetracked so many different times, but that's okay. Because I still love the energy and I love it. That's okay, as long as we're still moving along, right? We ain't even touched this list. We ain't even put a dent in the chat. So that means y'all know what. Y'all know what that means. Hey, Mama Shay. I don't know, I've been gone. I took a little break because I went through a recent loss of my great grandmother, but I'm doing better. The MB. Hey there, love. How are you? Oh, I did miss you. I ain't seen you in a while. I'm glad you're back. Sending you cyber hugs and condolences for your loss. I've been good. Her world dishers. You need to do reacting to your old photos because I need to see how Mama Shade was stepping back then. I usually don't promote this page, but that's the page that I've had the longest. My Facebook. There's a couple old pictures on there. I ain't even watch it yet. I also took I was like homegirl. I was like phenomenal. I also took a small mental health break. The longest I've ever took. Y'all, I ain't even know. To be honest, I didn't even know if I was coming back. I got so wrapped up in other things and got so busy and sometimes that mental, if you don't pay attention, yeet to dee. I almost had to knock Mama Shake. You don't get your head in the game. Life of motivation, what's good, brother? Lily, hey love. So y'all, let's get into it. We look like we got the majority of our regular family here. We missing a couple. Albiezy cooked some wings? Or bought some? Did you grill them? Where they at? Y'all, they just took, they home now, but they took, I said in one of my videos, I said now, if they still had a manager, they would have had a meet and greet. They just did a, man, phenomenal. Ain't that the truth? But y'all know how I feel about birthdays, right? Y'all know I feel like, hey, Kiana, y'all know how I feel about birthdays. That's my new year. Bump with a January 1st. My new year is on my birthday. And every year I make a bucket list. And last year I did my bucket list a little bit. The year before I just tapped on it a little bit. This year I went all in on my bucket list, right? And I still got some things because I ain't even on my 30-day countdown. Oh, I was going to say yes I am. But I ain't even on my 30-day countdown yet. My whole month is going to be from July 13th. I'm at least try to get one countdown video in of something off of my bucket list. That's how big the list was. Because when you spend your whole life pouring into others, even if it's a little bit, but you got to think if you got 10 people that need you, right? Or count on you, or whatever, however you want to look at it, and you doing a little bit here, a little bit over there, a little bit over here, after a while you be like, hold on, wait a minute, what about me? So you can't forget about yourself. But I also said I can't come on here and say to y'all, be respectfully selfish, and I forget to do it. Albiezy, they coming for me? That's all right, because I ain't even post this video yet, but you know what? That mental break was well needed. And I said, I'm coming back for everything that's mine. I'm coming back for everything that's mine. I'm getting my revenge pranks in. I'm doing my bucket list, all of that. I'm getting my bedroom back. I'm getting my living room back. They got me effed up. All of them people, them grown kids, they got me totally messed up. I'm coming back for what's mine. After a while, you get so frustrated. You be like, okay, you can have that. Okay, you want that one, and just walk away. I'm done walking away. I'm fighting for what's mine. Oh, it was Binky and Takia. They did a cook-off. I know. It's 2 cook-off videos that I gotta watch. Albiezy, where they say they was coming from me at? And I made a mistake and left my gun up there, my water gun. Who do that? But that's all right, because that one wasn't that big. That one wasn't that big. It was big enough. It was too heavy for Skylar to even carry it. But when I come back, I'm telling y'all. All of them said this? Okay. And once again, I will call my son. I'm so tired of him. He been on his way for the last 2 months, but this time I go get him. I send for him. Hey Tiff, welcome, welcome. Now Tiffany, I hope you're ready, cause some of these folk over here, my white tea family, some of them can get buck wild. Y'all make sure y'all tap the screen to love the stream. Some of them they get buck wild. Then I heard that they have an after hours party when I'm done. So Tiff, I hope you can hold on. I see it's a whole little clique, and I see a couple people missing. I ain't seen D Jim in a minute. You have been a punk lately. You better stand on your word. Oh, her world is hers. Who you talking to? Now I just said I ain't letting people have that, and I was finna let you have that only because I can't. When you're streaming, I can't block. But watch your mouth. That's all I'm gonna say is watch your mouth. They said when I least expect it. Okay. Well, we gonna see. Y'all tap the screen to like the stream. What happened? Something just happened. What happened to my comments? They're not moving anymore. So y'all, let's get into this topic. We got enough people in here to get into this topic. So, Albeezy, I'm not going to tell you that I need solid proof, but I need somebody what happened. What just happened here? Oh, there you go. I need somebody to tell me exactly. I ain't gonna do it, Kiana. I ain't gonna do it. Brandy, y'all. Listen. When my goon squad let loose, I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm just gonna sit back and be like this. I'm just gonna sit back. I'm doing good, Lily. How are you? I need to know who mouth it came out of, Albeezy, because that's who first. Oh, they over there on Twitch. Should I call and interrupt it? We good. Let's get our topic done, then I'll start picking. I mean, I've never seen this person here before. And maybe they're here all the time and they just don't comment, but, and maybe it was a joke. I done told y'all, these birthdays, I got a bag under my eye. Birthdays just get me in a whole nother. The topic tonight should have been family. Family and forgiveness. That's what's been on my mind. Y'all, I talked to my dad today after about 4 years. It just did something to me. I was acting like a grown kid. And I'm the only girl. No matter the age. No matter the age. Every child needs their parents. Both of them. No matter what the age is. But we're going to say that topic for another day. Yeet it is. Byron Brandy, you talking? My precious. Candace, I don't know. It's hers. I forgot the name. April, the topic today is why did the word narcissist get so popular? I gotta fix my title. I didn't put a space in between narcissist and get. I want to know about narcissistic behavior. We can educate each other. Because for real, we're never too old to learn, right? And I just started hearing people talk about it out of the blue. And then I looked up the definition, and then I've had some people that I knew that fit the definition, and I was just like, yeet to this is a real thing. But it just got popular that every time you turned around, I seen it. I seen people making TikToks about it. I seen Instagram stats. I seen stats on what is that called? X trends. All of that. Everybody talks about it. And then every time there's a breakup, like does the word only fit in relationships, or does that word is it a wide range? Does that word fit in other things like relationships with like family members, friends, or like y'all gotta educate me. Come on, let's talk. I'm going back and forth. Binky, I think it's looking at an attempted assault case. What? Who she assault? To be honest, Mama Shay, I didn't learn the word narcissist until I started my spiritual journey, and that was in 2018. Okay, see, Brandy, let's talk about it. A lot of people been on, and that could have been a topic. Do I need to write that down too? Because I've been hearing a lot of people on this spiritual journey thing. Like, what prompts you? Okay, we here for 2 hours. Fuck it. Brandy, what prompts you to go on your spiritual journey? And then, a lot of people don't even know what the word, you have to, comprehension is key. You have to even know what, some people, I'm on my spiritual journey. I be want to say, bitch, spell spiritual. Spell it. Everybody is talking about this spiritual journey and this narcissist. So what, in fact, what are those two things? What does it mean? Where does it start? Why does it start? And does it always have to start with something negative? I know narcissist is always associated with negative things and negative thoughts and negative people, right? Thank you, the envy. But Brandy, I want to know more about this. They doing the most with the word now. It's for family, friends, and lovers. Okay, see, so it fits for everybody. Because when I read the definition, I'm like, this ain't just for lover relationships. This should be for a wide range of relationships. This word should fit in everything. You can have a brother that's a narcissist. You can have a sister, a cousin. You know what I'm saying? Lopez fam, yeah, we talked about gaslighting. We can add that into the topic. I guess these all tie in together. Gaslighting, narcissist, and spiritual journey. We gonna roll it all in together. Go. What's your definition, Lopez fam, of gaslighting? We talked about that a little bit last week. Or was it the week before? I took a whole week off. Candace, at least I'm waiting. What you waiting on, Candace? Okay, CC, apology accepted, access denied. I love that. And y'all know, I was on that all last year. Because that was on my bucket list. Because I was waiting, and the reason, and y'all know I don't preach to y'all about nothing. I don't conversate or talk to y'all about nothing that I ain't been through myself. Around that time, I was in a zone of waiting for certain apologies. And then I also, wait a minute, let the church say amen. I also learned at this big age how to apologize. Because my kids will tell you right now, my mom don't apologize. Because back before I got seasoned, I used to say, what the fuck is there a reason to apologize for? You grown as hell. You know what you was doing. You know what you was saying. So why, if I knew what I was doing and what I was saying, why would I go back on that? And what am I apologizing for? I'm apologizing for feeling. I'm apologizing for my feelings, right? But then I got seasoned. A lot of people use narcissists. Oh, y'all talking. A lot of people use narcissistic for everything now and don't know exactly, Tiffany. And that's why we having this conversation, because I want to know. We gonna get to the end. We gonna get an understanding. We have to have an understanding of, if you're going to use it, know what you're talking about. I had a coworker, and we used to, sometimes, you know how they say you got your work bestie and this and that, the word work is front of whatever, and they was going through something, they kept saying, and she has narcissistic behavior, and she this and da. And I asked her, I said, well, if you and your sister had this type of relationship and this been going on, what part did you play in it? Yeet. We gotta have some type of self accountability, right? Not only that, but they think everyone is wrong, and they victimize themselves and think that if things don't go their way, they've been done wrong, or to see no error in their ways. The envy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And see, back in my day, because I'm gonna say this narcissistic word probably been in the dictionary for many, many years. I would love to meet and converse with the person, bring them on the podcast, and the person who made it popular and pulled it up out the dictionary. But back in my day, we used to call that a selfish person, right? But I notice people that have that narcissistic behavior, and y'all want to know something? Don't get mad. Don't throw no shoes. Make sure y'all tap the screen to love the stream. Look at them views. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. This must be a popular topic. I noticed that those people who throw that word out, I feel like we all have a little bit of that in us, and we have to get it. We have to grow seasoned to get it out, right? And there's just some people who ain't ready to get it out. And they gonna have that narcissistic behavior for the rest of their lives. Right? To better my relationship with God and the gifts that I developed, if you accept it, it does not start negative. If you are resisting, then God can put you right in the middle of it. It can be harsh. Okay, so Brandy is saying she started her spiritual journey to have a better relationship with God. So nothing in particular happened for you to want to start that. You just wanted to be closer to God, right? And see, Brandy, I like that reasoning, but I hear a lot of people say, I'm on my spiritual journey. But they don't jump on that spiritual journey train until after A, they didn't get their way, B, a failed relationship, C, they done fucked up, D, they done hurt somebody, E, they done been severely hurt. So I was like, well, why you can't start a spiritual journey just because you want to be a better person? Why does all of those things have to take place before you start a spiritual journey? I like that, Brandy. April, some people use the word and don't know what it means. Did I already read that? Oh, yeah, I'm way behind. Because y'all is conversating. Where am I at? Kiana, man, you took my mind off the stuff that was just happening over here. Thank you for coming today, Nancy. No problem, Kiana. You know that's what I'm here for. You know, but I'm here every Sunday. But what had just happened? Mom Shay nosy and is. What just happened, Kiana? But a perfect example is the Greek warrior Narcissus. He was obsessed with his beauty and fell in love with his own reflection. He was so selfish that it ultimately led to... Ooh, I got chills. The envy. So... But you see the word that you used in there, right? And didn't I just say, back in the day, we would call somebody that had these traits a selfish MFer. This selfish motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, they just pulled a bigger word. And this is what I teach this in my... I teach this in my English class, and I tell them when we were working on vocabulary. There's several different words that have the same meaning. And when you increase your vocabulary, those words just get bigger and they sound better, right? So I guess back then, it was called selfish. Now it's called narcissist. And I love the analogy. I love that what the MB just posted. Y'all see that? Because everything that she just typed, I can't see your picture. I'm sorry if I'm calling you a she and you're a he. Everything that was just typed there sounds like someone who is selfish, self-absorbed into themselves. Everything revolves around them and their wants and their needs and their desires. Right? Miss Wilson say most narcissists narcissistic behavior don't like taking accountability, or how to apologize and never feel they're wrong. That, Miss Wilson, let the church say amen. That M word, manipulate you to get their way, or gaslight to make things their way. Man, if y'all, I don't want to go to church today. It's Sunday. I don't want to go to church today. Y'all hitting it on the head. And I'm sure at some point, everybody who's posting has had these type of people or had to deal with somebody like that in their life at some point. At some point. Because the word gaslighting, that goes along with narcissism as well. Y'all know, and I'm going to keep it real, y'all know when I used to hear the word gaslighting a lot, is when it has something to do with race. Only when it has something to do with race. But a lot of people in these days do use a lot of words without knowing the true meaning, just because the word becomes trendy. And that's what I was getting at, the MB. That's what I was getting at. It was just, it just, that's why I said, where did it come from and why did it get so popular? Because it was trendy. And you're right. The generation before mine, they create something and yeet the D. That's it. The trend is, if it ain't a trend, it ain't in. I used to tell my students that. Create your own. Be your own self. But everybody want to follow trend. They want. I asked the students one time, this hoodie and face shield crap aggravates my soul. You hear? Why do y'all do that? I don't know. I just do it because such and such. I don't even know if that's the right word, but person. Cause NBA young boy. So you doing it because somebody else doing it? My generation wasn't quite like that. It just, oh no, Kiana, I'm sorry that happened. Prayers to your neighbor's family and to you, if you guys are friends. Also seeing stuff in the outside world, mama, like how the world really is, will make people want to start a spiritual journey. I like that, Cece. I like that reasoning. Many of y'all that are here are like family to me, right? Hey, Shara. The topic is the word narcissism. We done added gaslighting and what else, y'all? Spiritual journeys. Gaslighting and narcissists. We're talking about all three of those mixed in together and how they correspond with each other. I'm sorry. Yeet to D. Cece, I like that because for me, I didn't have a specific thing happen to me or an event, but I just started looking at the world after COVID, knowing that we were entering a recession and then in a recession and they won't say the word, and just seeing how things were changing. That's what sent me on mine. And I'm still at the beginning stages. Because when I be telling, sometimes I'll be like, let me learn me something. Let me learn me something. So, like, when I have a break, I'll usually take a day or two break from you guys, and that's because I'm learning me something. But my days, that 1 or 2 days started to be longer because I was learning something, and then once you learn one thing, that leads to another thing, and that leads, and some people call it another word, research. Some people call it researching something. But that's what started mine. I just want to make sure that if there's anybody out there watching that don't comment and they're just on here, if you are sane or in the process of starting your spiritual journey, let your reasons be valid and do your research. Let your reasons be real. Because what it goes back to, you got to be real with yourself first. You got to get to know you. That self-love is y'all know I've been talking about self-love since I've been on this screen. And that ain't no overnight thing. Like, you got to learn to love you. You got to learn you. You got to get to know you. Some people don't even know themselves and talk to them. I'm on my spiritual journey right now. Girl, if you don't get the fuck on, or a boy, or a man, or woman, Tiffany, you have to have your relationship with God. Don't use God when you're going through something. Make him part of your everyday journey when you wake up in the morning. Tiffany, let me tell you a question. That's a great point. I love it. Because you know what I used to teach my kids? When you happy, praise him. When you sad, praise him. When you mad, praise him. If you hit the lottery, praise him. If you include him at all times. Not just when something happens. Not just when something bad happens. I had to check myself again at this big age. When I was their manager and I was getting knee deep into YouTube boot camp and teaching people and e-com and Bitcoin and just doing all of that kind of stuff, y'all, the first thing I did when I opened my eyes was grab one of my devices. I said, girl, if you don't sit down, if you don't stop, then all of that you're into is going to stop. And then it won't be beneficial, right? You got to give them credit when the credit is due, and not just in the good times. Not just in the bad times. I'm sorry. She was driving down the street and shot her car 15 times. Oh my gosh, Kiana. Jesus. Hey, Karen. Brandy. Mama, sometimes those issues can be a catalyst. I have heard many stories of all of those issues for a reason they started their journey. I had a lot of healing to do, so it was pivotal for me. Okay, I like that. All those issues were the reasons. I feel that. We actually do have a little bit of narcissism in all of us. Part of our confidence, competitiveness, and even belief stems from the delusion, because in order to build our... Man, the envy, who are you? I know you're not new here, but you're new to conversate and kick it. Every week we have that. I'm going to start doing... You know what? All of y'all my family, and I love y'all. Last week we got shocked because there was somebody in here just throwing gems. They was throwing gems at the damn screen, and we was like, yee-dee-dee, and we all were in agreement. Come to find out, it was a damn senior in high school. It was almost one of them situations. Yee-dee-dee, if you in here, no offense, it's a joke. You can learn a lot from a dummy. That's what I was thinking. Like, did I just, at this big age, did I just let a kid come in here and tell us all something? Tell us all a question. And they did. Ain't they though, life of motivation? I'm loving it. Is Chanel. Mom Shay, oh my God, I've been gone for so long. Did something happen? No, love. What do you mean? Where you been? Just meet us here every Sunday at 7 p.m. This is Mama Shay's podcast, and we have different topics. Sometimes we talk about them grown people. Sometimes we venture off and talk about real life. And we love on each other and we respect each other over here. That's all that happened. That's it. Tiffany, people use manipulation like, oh my gosh. But, Tiff, let me ask you this. Going back to being the English teacher, is manipulation another word for narcissist? Could it be? And I think God for my mental and for me wanting to always enhance myself and enhance my brain and my education, because that also enhances your vocabulary, right? Because then when you're in several different rooms and your vocabulary changes, it goes back to what I teach my students. Your vocabulary should change with age. It should. Um, but yes, it pays to be educated in your vocabulary because you can have several definitions: narcissism, selfish narcissist, narcissist, self-centered, laughter, as my mom says. You're right, the MB. You're exactly right. The dying breed. I know I'm behind y'all. I'm catching up. I'm gonna be caught up in a minute. It's different when it's coming from your parents if you're not mentally. Oh gosh. Yeet the D. Last of a dying breed. Let the church say amen. You know what? I'm gonna correct you just a little bit, boo. Just a little bit. You say it's different. I'm gonna add. I ain't gonna correct you. I'm gonna add a word. It hits different when it's coming from your parents. That shit hits so hard. I think it has a different feeling coming from different people with different titles, and that's why last year before my birthday, y'all used to do what I was working on titles. I know y'all know that. Y'all know I no longer do titles, right? Because certain titles felt like they were entitled. Giving titles upholds entitlement, right? But it's something about that word parents, and it crushed my soul one day. Because I'm not active on Facebook like I am on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram, but somebody made a post a while ago, and they were bashing parents, basically saying it was okay for the child to disrespect the parent if the parent has certain behavior. That's a whole nother topic. Y'all want me to write that one down? Because that one there hits deep. But last of a dying breed, you're so right. It hits totally different when that manipulation, narcissist, gaslighting, all of that, when all of that comes from, oh my gosh. Speaking of, didn't I just tell y'all I ain't talked to my daddy in 4 years? And that was my dog, or is now. That was like my dog. Sad blanket. Gaslighting comes from a freaking play from the 1930s called Angel Street. In the play, a husband attempts to drive his wife insane by manipulating small elements such as dimming the gas lights. Okay, sad blanket. Who gonna research that? April. Some people are not comfortable with themselves, so they step outside of their skin to put on for others and still be unhappy within themselves. April, that's the saddest thing anybody could do. If you see somebody, if you're close to somebody, if you know somebody that's doing that, pray for them. That has to be the most miserable thing ever. Man, this new generation think they know everything, and they don't. The new generation get away with a lot of things we couldn't do when we was growing up. Tiff, you know why? Listen. And see, this is why I love my family. It's like we all on the phone, and we just got done planning a family reunion, and we just kicking it. Tiff, it's horrible now. Y'all know all my whole career, my whole life, I've worked with children, right? I've never seen it this bad as it is now. I done worked in a juvenile. I done been a social worker. I done been a CPS worker, teacher, foster parent, daycare owner, all children, right? Now, As far as I will go is to teach. And it must be high school. I can't, and you know, to each his own. Some people like the little bitties because they're innocent and but no, too impressionable. I'm not. I want no. I don't want no parts of that. I can't do it. This current generation is dangerous. Is what I call it. If I say they dangerous, the envy. And my journey started because of having a lot of narcissistic people around. You know, I've spoken about my trauma with my abusive mother and my manipulation and cruel father side, which led me with mine. All the envy, okay, I understand, I get it. I get it. And just like Up the Dying Breed said, it hits totally different when it comes from a parent. When it comes from a parent. Y'all, you know, that's one of my prayers. I have 4 children, 4 biological children, 1 that I adopted, and many foster children that still are in my life on a daily, right? It took me at this big age to sit back and reflect on a lot of the mistakes that I made, right? And again, let me say to y'all, any of y'all who's dealt with these type of things, if y'all got anybody in y'all life that are not willing to forgive you for the mistake, capital M, mistake. Look up the definition. Somebody type the definition of mistake down there. Get rid of them. Fuck them. Right? So when I started on my self-reflection, because before you go on your spiritual journey, you got to do some self-reflection, right? When I started on my self-reflection, I started to realize some of the mistakes that I made. So I had to add that to my prayer, like, Lord Jesus, I hope they've forgiven me for this action, for I did not know. Because with parenting, and shout out to all of y'all who are posting in this conversation. Tap the screen to love the stream. I love y'all. Look at them numbers. For those of y'all who had to experience that type of behavior from a parent. But I also want to give y'all a special shout out for recognizing it and wanting to do better for yourselves. And what they call that? Breaking them generational curses. Even if you ain't got kids. What I used to tell y'all when I first started my channel. But then I contradicted myself because I stopped doing them. My Motivational Mondays, I stopped doing them. But then look where we are now. We're doing a podcast every Sunday. And we're having those same type of conversations with views like this. And these many people in here conversating and kicking it and getting and gaining information. Because somebody's story up here, with y'all, I'm pointing to where my comments is at over here. They're over there. Somebody might be sitting back watching this and reading the comments right now and gaining strength from behind it. You may be helping somebody. And I used to always say, even if you can just help just one person, just one. Ain't got to be a whole bunch. Because I was finna say something else. I was finna say we can't change the world, but we can help at least one person. Y'all know how many DMs and inboxes I get on a daily with somebody saying how something I said, and it makes me feel good. But I remain humble. I stay confidential. I say a little prayer and I keep it moving. And they tell me how much something I said has helped them with some type of trauma, or even if they had a great day, or it doesn't always, it's not always bad. It's not. Your grandma who has been, grandma who has been my mother and best friend since birth. That's a lot of that. Envy, you must be seasoned like or close to my age. You back, motivation. Where was you at? Play that in and out shit if you keep playing with me. What is you doing? Cooking? You barbecuing? You're 100% right, because through my hardest times I went through, I kind of strayed away a little from God, but ultimately I built up more connection with Him, more more than ever. Now I can't do anything, but see, it makes you stronger, and it pulls. It's situations that will pull you closer. I noticed, like, and like you, who was that? Was that you, Envy, who said this thing about the trends? If it's not a trend, because at first I said I'm not. Everybody in their mama said I don't eat pork. Why? Tell me why. Explain to me why. Let's conversate. Let's talk about it. That's my new thing. Let's talk about it. I don't want to yell. I don't want to argue. I want to talk about it. I don't want you to lead the conversation, and I don't get a word in edgewise. I don't want to be the only one talking. I want to talk about it. That means communicate, converse. Let's converse about it. And then they went for, I don't eat pork, I don't eat beef, I don't eat meat. I'm on my spiritual journey. He broke out me. He was a narcissist. It was almost sickening to even have a that's why and I've always been an introvert. Always been an introvert my whole life. Some may even call me a weirdo. So for me to be sitting in front of the screen, I feel like I'm coming out of I'm coming out the shell a little bit, just a little bit. But that's why I just crawl right back in my box, because it seems like as soon as you come up and as soon as you conversate with one person, they saying the same thing as the next person and the next person. I used to be like, ain't nobody got their own identity out here no more. Nobody's thinking for themselves anymore. Like, what happened? You need to deal what happened. Thanking for blessings and hardships. That's right, Emby. All the time. All the time. Mom, I'm finna switch over to my Superstar account because I'm more interested in this conversation, and I just left Binky Stream. Okay. Nancy been missing the action. If you you weren't here, you're gonna have to go back and watch the live. Okay, Superstar. Oh, okay, now I recognize the name. Okay. Kiana, you're gonna have to go back and watch from the beginning, because I was missing the action. I think a lot of people get wrapped up in other stuff such as family problems, relationships, friendships, etc., that they forget about themselves, and they forget to treat into. That's right. That's right. I had to start telling myself, CC, they may have brought it to me for help, but their problem is not my problem. What I've been saying in my reactions, that's my new. That's part of that's on my bucket list. That's my New Year's, one of my New Year's for my birthday list. Peace, be still. If you ever just sit and let somebody talk and just listen to them. I used to be a body language watcher. I used to hate. I will text you a book. No, let's conversate face to face, because I want to look at you. I want to look at your body emotion. I want to look at your movements. I want to look at your eyes. I want to look at you when we talking. Right? Now I just absorb it. I be quiet. Don't say nothing. And then every now and again you gotta pop out. You have to pop out. You remain humble, but you have to pop out. Like that video when they was talking crazy about don't come for my grandkids. When they was talking crazy about how Skylar was talking to her dad when he was pranking me or whatever. And I just showed the structure of what I've been working on silently. And that's probably the first and the only time I'll post anything else about it. Unless my new neighbors recognize me from this screen. Nope, they won't. They use it in that way, manipulating to me is controlling in my definition. That's true, Tiff. That's true. It took me a minute to absorb that. Hey, Gianna. Know it all. That's when everything goes left. Yeah. They can't. You can't. Some parts of this topic is me. And no, I'm not saying I'm that. But it hit home. I understand life of motivation. Just like we said earlier. When you get bored, go back and watch it. I know when y'all go back and watch it, y'all can't see the comments, but that's why I'm starting to read the comments out loud, because somebody hit my inbox and said, Mama Shay, I watched your podcast and you were talking, but who were you? I didn't understand. Who were you responding to, and what were they saying to made you say this? So that's why I'm not reading out loud. But life motivation. When you get bored, go back and watch it. In the beginning, we talked about that, and you were on. We talked about that we all, and I said, don't throw tomatoes at me, lemons. Y'all throw me some lemons, I'm gonna make some Long Island. We all have a little piece of all of these things within us. Now, whether we keep it in us, I glitched real quick, I seen it. That's another story. Whether it stays with us for life, that's another story. Because you have the choice. You have the choice to, that's not being, Candace. Oh, Candace say Tiffany, that's not Binky. No, that's somebody that uses Binky's name for her social media. But you have the choice, whether it's a lifelong piece or it's just once you recognize that little piece, throw it out. Because as soon as I seen those things in me, I don't want to be that type of person. I don't want to be that way. No. Because y'all know what? I'm going to say something else about this whole topic that we're talking about. Allowing someone to even attempt to give us those titles means that we've given them control. Nobody shouldn't have control over you like that. No ma'am, no ham. I also think people don't understand how much self-growth is important. You always got to take time to relearn. Let the church say amen. Let me finish. To relearn yourself, you shouldn't stay nowhere mentally for too long. Never. What I said in some of my videos, I don't want to change, but I want to change. I don't want to be different, but I want to change. I don't want to wake up Tuesday and be the same motherfucker I was Monday. What sense does that make? Okay, maybe Monday and Tuesday you can be the same person, but Wednesday, if you the same person you was Monday and Tuesday, you better get to work. And that also comes with growth. Because y'all know what one of my favorite things I used to say? Being this big age, when you get a big age, you get to learning stuff. You get to learning stuff and just be like, oh, yeet the D. I had it bad. I never change. I'ma always be me. When I look back and I think about, and it'll play in my head. And I know a couple of y'all on here, right? But when you make sure y'all tap the screen and like, look at them. Y'all gonna make me. I'm gonna have a moment. I'm breaking down. I'm acting like Binky. These numbers, I don't know if y'all can see what I can see. Yeet the D. I love y'all. I love y'all. Let me start a question. Mentally, that brain is a mug. So when you're fighting with yourself, like Cece just said, it's important to always take time to relearn yourself. I got this new thing I'm doing. So I can go back. And people may do it different type of ways. You may journal. You may want to journal. You know what I'm saying? You may choose, pick a way. You choose. But journaling wasn't working for me because this desk, I'm always surrounded. I'm always doing something. I always got some paperwork going, and journaling would just get thrown. I got about 5 or 6 journals I done started. So y'all know in the classrooms, them big old Post-it notes. I started putting them in my bedroom, right in my face, as soon as I get out the bed. It ain't a to-do list. It's a relearn list. And I save them. And then at the end of the month, I go back through them. And I read them. And I'm analyzing. And I'm looking at how I grew. Because it's always good to hear from somebody else. But if you don't, man, this falls into that self-love category. If you don't have anybody to tell you, the proof would be right there. Tell yourself. Eat the D. Hey, the official T. You said it's popular because it's more out here. More of what? More narcissistic behavior? And even though I won't be a superstar, quit playing with me. Quit playing. Y'all, we got another one. We got another one. From the mouths of babes. And I don't know if this is the teacher in me, the mother in me, or the Gigi in me that's going to say this. There's some young people out here that you get them in a room like this and let them speak, and then you'll think twice about saying this generation is fucked up. She just said, even though I won't be 18 until December. I thought I was talking to somebody that was my age. Didn't I just say conversations? Talk. Some of the problem with this generation and why this word and those other words have become so big and popular is because ain't nobody done gave them a chance to speak. I was one of them. I used to be so quick to tell my kids, shut the fuck up. I'm grown. I'm your mama. What I say, go. Why y'all think I tell my grandkids now? And that's why I say grandkids is a chance for a do-over. Right? It's a blessing from God. It's a whole different type of love. But it's also a chance for a do-over. Because especially when you're in your spiritual journey and or your relearn journey, whatever journey you're on, for the better, to better yourself, because then you know what not to do again. Because you want different results, right? So you don't do the same thing. If you want different results, don't do the same thing. So you can't do the same thing. So now I encourage my grandkids. We don't pout. We're not going to storm out the room. Why y'all think Pastor Peoples, Mr. Milan, and these 4 fingers always got something to say? No, because I'm feeling... How you feeling right now, Milan? You upset? Tell me why you upset. That's one of my biggest prayers. I pray that I'm old enough to sit in a room when they're this age, or even close to this age, so I can hear their conversations, so they can be like, Gigi used to. I want to see how it affects them and how they take it. So let me get back to her comment, because that just blew me. And even though I won't be 18 until December, my life experiences have helped me become even more wiser than years I am now. I never really had a childhood, so I had to become... Let them talk. Now here we are talking about narcissists and this generation. And this woman came and hit the nail on the head without a hammer on several different levels, and said, even though I won't be 18, yeet the D. I think they both run together. You're right, Byron, they do. Hey, the official T. That stage, like I said, my grams is all I have. all I've had, and even with her, she's about to be 83 on the 10th. Hey, I can't wait. I can't wait to Skylar and them say I'm that old, getting on their nerves. I bet you she fun. 83. That got to be a fun age. Even though I've experienced adulthood early, it's still bad because at 17 I have to be strong. I'm gonna keep you on your strength in my thoughts, superstar. Brandy, I only want to teach elementary. I feel the opposite. Brandy, let me tell you a question. Now, we talking about this generation, right? And so I lost track on Gen X, Gen Z, all of them. I lost track of all of them, right? And I have a lot of co-workers / friends who say, Deb, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you get in that high school. And it's always been like that. Even like when I did foster care, they later deemed my home to be the foster care home for the hard to place children. Because they would get in my house and stay for years. And they used to be like, what do you mean? Dad, what you doing? You beating them? I ain't put my hands on nobody. They would get in my house and start thriving. And I think it was then that I realized that I had a knack or a connection with the older, still children, but the older children, right? Because when they having a meltdown and they going through it, I'm gonna go down through there with them. But them kids, I can't. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my patience, or maybe I got to reach my next level of seasonedness to be able to deal with the little bitties. Brandy, I worked at an elementary school before. I wanted to rethink my whole career. My hat's off to you. You're like they tell me, you're a special breed. Mama say, Brandy, you're a special breed. Them little ones something different. I put it like this. I witnessed a second grader get mad at a staff member and spit in their face. I highly doubt if you'll get that from a high schooler. And just because me at my big age knows what spitting in someone's face means, I always told myself, if I ever had to go to jail, GEL, I wanted to be because I had to defend my children. It's too much controlling people out here. The official T, but they're trying to be controlling, right? They can't control what you don't allow them to. What's dangerous, Kiana? Remind me, because I'm behind on I'm catching up. I'm catching up. But you say very dangerous. What was dangerous? Mama Shay, me and my daddy was close. Now we're dry talking, and it's not my fault. It's his. April, I'm sure it'll be fixed. With my father, he was not in my life, right? But not by choice. Not by choice. But he was always one of those ones that kept it real, right? And my mom had a husband, so I had a stepfather. But I let it be known that I got my own daddy. That's your husband. But I got my own daddy. And I didn't live with my mom, so it really didn't, that having a stepdad didn't affect me any. And my daddy's side of the family being who they are made it much easier for us to have a relationship, right? So I was like a daddy's girl. I was his oldest. Well, I am his oldest, and I am the only girl. So naturally we were close, right? One day, I wish I had a YouTube back then. Binky did. It was a snowstorm here in Michigan. My dad got on the highway and drove to my house because I said I was sick. A 6-hour drive to cook for my kids. So we had a disagreement about 4 years ago, and it got so bad to the point to where And I don't know if it's because they're older or because they have that title, parent, they think they can say what they want to. And I've also been guilty of this before. And he said some things, and I said, whoa, I'm good. I didn't respond. I didn't retaliate. I just moved out the way. I asked about him. I checked up on him. I don't know if he knew that, but I did that a lot. Because his family is phenomenal. I act more like my daddy's side and kick it more with my daddy's side than I do my mother's side. And leave it to Bink. And that's what I was going to say earlier. So they went on a road trip, and if I was still their manager, I would have had them a small meet and greet planned for that road trip. They just wanted to get out the house. And I knew she wasn't going to be nowhere near. And my kids have this thing to where if someone disrespects their mother or don't deal with their mother, they don't deal with that person. I can't say that I like or agree with that with certain people. And again, a contradictory statement because of titles, right? Because my daddy is your granddaddy. Just because we not talking, I didn't know if it was going to be temporary or forever. I didn't know when the next time I was going to talk to him. I just prayed that it was not standing over a casket. You understand what I'm saying? And if I'm at this big age, y'all can guess my daddy is older. But anyhow, they went on a road trip and they was in the area, and she texted me and said, I'm at Papa's house. So I FaceTimed. I said, put him on the phone. That man smiled so hard. I was so excited. So now we'll call and get on his nerves. And now I have a new therapist. My old therapist back. You did. I'll be easy. Mama, what are your opinions on Trump's Project 25 if he gets... Albeezy? Can we... You know what? I'm going to put you on hold for that question. And I have to do my research first before I bring that topic to my platform. I've seen creators say the wrong thing when it comes to politics. And all of a sudden their channel get banned, froze, they don't know what happened to it for a couple of days. I'm going to do my research before I touch that subject. But that's a wonderful topic. We can talk about that sometime soon. I ain't going to say next week. For both of us, that's why I'm so secluded. Now, and a lot of friends I used to have would say I was boring because you're simply superstar. You're just an introvert. You're just an introvert. I had to work on me, and I am feeling better today because I'm still a work in progress. That's good, Kiana. That's good. We all are. If it's anybody on here to say they perfect, they lying. They lying. And see how y'all, when the conversation, these numbers over here look amazing, phenomenal. It makes you want to keep going. I didn't even realize we've been on here for an hour. Say what? Say who? Y'all loving on Mama Shed, and I'm loving on y'all back. So y'all know what? Y'all gonna make me boss up and do my homework. By next week's podcast, I will have my call-in number pinned in the comment section. And we gonna take turns and let people actually call in, and then we're gonna go off with it, whatever the topic be. We're gonna start doing it like that. I love this. I love this. An action that is misguided or wrong. What you talking about? Life and motivation? Oh, you have to forgive if you don't forget, but you can't move on to the future if you stuck. Tiffany, let the church say amen. The past is the past for a reason. I say this all the time. How can you move forward? There's no growth. Let me show you. How can I? You can try, right? this. My chair over here. I just had to show y'all that because some people just don't get it. They so stuck in the past and the past incidents, past episodes, past my ass. Tip, you're so right. You cannot. It's impossible. Not gonna happen. If somebody know that it happened, to prove it. You cannot grow in life by living in the past, mentally or emotionally. And I used to always say, I forgive, but I'll never forget. But now, part of my process is forgiving. Once I forgive you, I want to remember what took place to make me have such said actions, right? But I want to forget the outcome, especially if it was ugly. I also said this too before y'all. Y'all remember this? I think some of us suffer from, I did. I think some of us suffer from disassociating mentally when there was trauma involved. I've forgiven certain people and forgot. This is the lesson I'm going to tell y'all about forgiving and forget. Binky's car accident, right? And I don't know if she subscribed to my channel, if she watched my channel, or I don't know. I don't care at this point. A nice young lady. And she actually looks up to me and called me her OG. But I can't even remember why I did not like this young lady. Okay? I don't know if we fell out. I can't remember. And again, I think I've disassociated so much of my past that had trauma entwined with it, I can't remember shit. I used to blame it on my epilepsy. Girl, quit playing with yourself. That ain't your epilepsy. You forgot because you don't want to remember the trauma that it caused. Okay? Binky had the accident. I remember by the time I made it to the scene, the ambulance was leaving. No. Jaws had to cut her out of the car, and all I seen was my daughter just laying there, and there's blood everywhere, right? And they moving so fast, they put in the ambulance, and the ambulance just started leaving. I'm running down in the middle of the street. Cars going this way. I'm running down the middle of the street trying to chase this ambulance. I'm trying to get to my baby. What just happened here, right? This particular woman pulled up, picked me up, because by then I think I done broke down. Why the fuck y'all leaving me? My baby in the ambulance. Put me in her car, took me to the hospital, and sat with me until family members were able to get there. For the life of me, I could not remember why I did not like this woman. I can't remember if we had beef. I can't remember if we had I can't remember. And I told myself, you know what? Because then I started telling people, yeah, such and such took me to the hospital. They was like, really? Apparently they knew of the beef or whatever took place, right? They were shocked. I couldn't remember. I'm like, what happened? So if you can't remember it, let it go. Let it go. That's because there's a lot of people who remain stuck being a product of their... Brandy, you better say it. A product of their environment. Shout out to the people who choose to heal and change. It's never easy. Some people love being the victim. They love it. Brandy, you ain't never lied. If you don't want to change and heal for nobody else, do it for your damn self. Because let me tell you a question. During that time, even though my father was my best friend and my therapist and my father and my homeboy, all of that, during that time, I didn't sit still and harp on the situation. I started to do me and heal and work on me. And one of my daily prayers was, that I didn't talk to him last standing over a casket. And look what happened. He said, why you ain't been calling me? I said, Dad, you changed your number on me. Well, I got 2 phones now. Here go my number. I hung up and was like, look at God. He's making a way. Look at God. Hey. Thank you, Kiana. Oh my God, here she go. Why y'all ain't done told me she was in here? Sometimes the person that's always helping somebody else needs... Cece, let the church say amen. I always tell myself, if I'm helping, if I'm always there for everybody else, and then when it's almost like being in class, and when you go to raise your hand, y'all know, Brandy, have you ever taught, or you say you want to teach? Have you ever been in class and you raise your hand, your teacher ignore you because she's still talking, and then you have to hold your arm up like this? This be the elementary kids. And then you be like this, and then you be like this. Oh, like pick me. Like you really want to answer the question and your teacher just ignoring you. That's what the fuck it feel like, being there for everybody else and then nobody be there for you. Man, what a feeling. What a feeling. What song we playing tonight, y'all, when we end? We've been on here a whole hour. Bianca. Hi, Bianca. I'm going to be nice. What? How can I help you, Bianca? Hey, Tamara. Y'all, I'm way behind. The official T, you just can't let a person control nothing you do. No, you can't. What do she want? Plus, it still hurts. Hurts to this day. I try my best to be the best I can be. Superstar, you gonna be... When your birthday? What's your zodiac sign? Binky Mama, I stuck up for Binky and her win in the cooking video. Well, Binky just called me out today on a cooking video, y'all. That's how far behind I am. Let me catch up. I'm gonna have to go back and read them. I eat meat, chicken, turkey, seafood, but not red meat. I feel a lot better. And see, Miss Wilson, you had a reason why you stopped. You ain't stopped because it was a trend. Man, Brandy. Just, look. All I gotta do is just be quiet. Y'all, I'm finna skip through here. How long Binky been in here? I was way behind. Hey, Keita. Hey, Christina. April, that's a great point. Change your ways and not yourself. I like that. I've been learning to protect my energy. Don't respond to everything. That's right, last of Down Breeze. Everything don't need a response. But being brought up in the church, I stay submissive and loyal to people and situations I should have walked away from. Last of a dying breed, let the church say amen. Now, y'all, I listen. I have a deep relationship with my homie. I do. I love him wholeheartedly. But going to a church, because I was raised in one, some of them people up in there, I'm talking about the pastors, the deacons, the pastor's wife, the pastor's kids. Nope, ain't gonna do it, can't do it, refuse to do it. Nope. And it's just the building. Some may beg to differ, but I ain't doing it. Is Binky still in here? Or she gone? Oh, she just came in to say hey. Okay, good, because I'm still way behind. Mom, I've learned a lot about myself and people around me to know to stay in my lane and keep working. Yep, stay in your lane. Work the course. That's one of the things I've been saying here lately. I'm sticking to my blueprint. I'm sticking to my blueprint. Yeet the D. There's 2 reasons that I think I probably would switch up. Candace, Mama, I hope you're really proud of me and proud of how... Yep. Congratulations, Candace. You're doing a great job. You too, Miss Wilson. You too, y'all. It's going smoothly. Because, let me tell y'all a question. If y'all just keep doing what y'all doing... Where'd Brian go? Did he leave again? Listen, Superstar. I'm so surprised they ain't got to arguing yet. Byron, this whole topic probably got Byron over there in his journal. He like this. He gone. He writing down. He taking notes and shit. Him and Candace ain't got into a jet, and it's been a whole hour. I love y'all for tapping that screen. Look at these views. Okay, then. No, Candace, I am too. I was just behind. It'd be the high schoolers ready to fight. I said, hell no. I have subbed for SPED Elementary, and it wasn't that bad as high schoolers. Brandy, I did special ed for like 11 years. And then gen ed was all the other years. And maybe out of a total of 17 years, I probably had 1 year of elementary. No. 1.5. Because that second year when they thought I was going back to elementary, I said, listen, let me tell y'all a question. And this is before, I'm going to get that copy written. Skylar made that up. Let me tell you a question. See, Candace, everybody is proud of you. See, Brady? And that's all we got to do is just, if you just keep on scrolling and not even just like invisible, right? Then you ain't got to worry about God getting you. That's 1. And for 2, they just gonna either disappear or keep on talking. The official T, yes, but people are letting people control them instead of standing strong for not letting them control at all. You're right, the official T. Candace, you might as well say you is. I'm just not getting to this. I told y'all I was way behind. She's going to say, well, I'm proud of myself, too, for not pick, and then do the finger. Oh, my gosh. These people. Lewis. Hey, welcome back, Lewis. Adult might emphasize more with high schoolers because they can remember their own teenage years and the associated challenges. A shared experience that can lead to patience, understanding for teen anger. Lewis, that may be a great point. Because I really do feel like I was a misunderstood teen. But I was a grown-ass teen. And that could play a part in it, too. I had my first apartment when I was 16. I lied and told the landlord I was 18 and didn't have no 19 and didn't have no ID. I lost my ID and I was waiting for it to come in the mail. He was hired up for the money. He let me sign the lease, and it was what it was. Me and my relationship just got bad this year. I know nothing about my daddy's side of the family. Aww. April, I'm sorry. People think elementary kids don't got no perceived childish seriousness or insight. And I can't... I don't know. I ain't gonna touch that one, Lewis. Cause you might be a little bit right. Let me hope I hold it out straight to the end. Okay, I will end, Candace, early if you can't hold it. I'm not playing. Power, take what face off? Tiffany do StreamYard. Renita Grant. Hey there, love. How are you? Please don't get her started. Y'all got me skipping a whole bunch of good comments. You can move on. It's people that's trying to make ways for you to not. With that being said, block them out of your life. Yep. Sometimes you have to. But I'm going to tell you my thought on that. April. If you have to block someone to get them out of your life, that means that they're still in control. You should be able to, you should build up enough strength to be able to move on, if that's what your intentions are, without blocking them. Right? That's how you know you're strong enough and you're healed from whatever the situation may have been. Because my end goal is I don't ever want to have any enemies. I know that I may be some people's enemy. It's a lot of people. Y'all love Mama Shay. Y'all will be surprised. Y'all, I ain't never seen this number on here. I ain't never seen that. Eat the D. Now what we're going to have to do is get other people to go back and watch the live after we're done streaming, because those numbers ain't been doing so well. But while we're on here, woo! Look at God. Look at God. Hey. April, I'm sorry. That part, that's what I said. I've been great, Renita. There she go, y'all. Okay, now I'm caught up. Binky just came in to say hi. She came up, so if they still on Twitch? You have to be strong enough to where you don't have to. Right. You ain't got to block them. Because you're in control of your own phone. I done been through all of that with people. Get mad at the sisters. Don't want to talk to them. Change my phone. Oh. Now you got to pay extra to change your phone number for somebody who don't give a fuck about you anyway. Y'all, I used to, when I was trying to build a relationship with my siblings, certain things would happen and I would want to move and then get up and move. Now you just spent all this money just to move, just so, cause they, why you moving? Because they know my address. You just did all of that and they ain't bothered, because they still going to be their own miserable selves. Because guess what? If they ain't miserable, if they ain't making you miserable or effing with you, they got somebody else on it. Because that's just certain people. That's just what they do. That's just on their agenda. That's just their life. That's just what they do. So if it ain't you, it's going to be somebody else. And I had to get this age to be like, I did all that. I look back on some of the things, some of the decisions I made. Thank God for growth and wisdom and spiritual journeys and education. Okay, I feel you, April. I feel you. Hey, Kim. I stopped blocking my son, Dad. Now I just don't say anything to him when he calls. That's growth, Kiana. That's growth. Where is Byron? Did this topic, what you mean, what about Takia? What do you mean? What about Takia what? What are you asking? Because I ain't seen nobody say nothing about Takia, then you just pop up and say, what about Takia? Just call me Giggles. Yes, I love your lives. Nothing but facts. Well, thank you for stopping in. This is why I chose to go more than an hour, guys. And we only got a couple more minutes. Because a lot of people don't pop on. Make sure y'all tap the screen to love the stream. He in here, but he ain't said nothing. Did we put him in his feelings tonight? Eat the D. A guy keep calling me today, and I ignore the call and keep on with my life. That's good. Y'all did, and I love y'all for it. Okay, hey, but that's not how you come into a podcast and just you just pop in, right? We have certain topics that we cover. You pop in and then all of a sudden just say, "What about Takia?" How am I supposed to know what you're talking about? I've been good, Kim. We missed you. He said, "I'm here. This topic deep." I ain't looking over. I had to catch up. I was way behind, and once I scrolled all the way down, I seen how much I was missing. I'll be easy. I wasn't looking over. You know I don't look over. You know I don't look over nobody nothing. Oh, you know everybody is proud of you tonight, Byron. You and Candace ain't got into no argument. Y'all know y'all like the bad sisters, the bad siblings. Can't take y'all nowhere. He drinking? What you drinking, Byron? I thought you was on the grill or something. I tried to and still try to build a relationship with my sister for so many years until this day she picked outsiders over me. Oh, April. Oh, my MG. My mother had 9 kids. I was the only one that was given up for adoption. So when I was brought into my siblings' life, and it was all girls at first and just one brother. I mean, my brother had the same dad. All my mom, other kids are with her husband. No, I'm in my feelings. I just needed to hear things that hit home I need to work on very deep. Well, see, y'all, if y'all just help that one person. Now, Uncle Byron don't want to be Magic Mike no more. I'm sorry. See that we can't have. Here we go. We tried to have a serious topic tonight to help educate some people, to help a couple people release. Congratulating Candace for being so kind. And now Byron don't want to be Uncle Magic Mike no more. Brandy the good sibling. She try to keep them straight when they get to fighting. Oh, he said he might be on the pole. Okay, so I guess that changed. Italianese. Okay, here they go. They getting ready to get started. Oh, Kiana. Oh, my bad. So he's still Magic Mike? Only you would know that, right? Ooh. Yeetity. Y'all, so what I'm gathering here is I think Binky was on Twitch. She hopped over here just to say hey and was sitting and watching being nosy. Think of somebody talking about, ain't nobody thinking about them. I think about them every now and again. I only think of you on 2 occasions. That's praying and praying. Kiana, you said, oh, he's still Magic Mike. You said that like, oh, he's still Magic Mike. Why do I read these comments in y'all voices, even if I've never heard y'all voices before? Yeetity. Oh, he's still Magic Mike. Now, Candace and Byron, I heard their voices before, so I know how they sound. So when they get to arguing, I'll be over here cracking up. Some people probably be like, why is she laughing so hard? Because I know both of their voices. And when they get into it, it's like 2 siblings that they argue like we all live in the same house together, and Byron has stole the last piece of bread for Candace to make the sandwich. Tomorrow night, Karen, I will be live on TikTok tomorrow night. Yeah, I can't do 2 in it because it's almost my bedtime right now. Y'all know, seasoned people got a bedtime. Because, you know, we let loose. We always let up off the topic. Look at that number. I like that. That's my birthday. 813. Yeet the D. What was the lottery number tonight? Tap the screen to like the string. Y'all know we always let up off the topic towards the end and just let loose. So I appreciate that, Candace. But I'm still proud of you. She said she was tired and she got a Twitch. That's because they just, Nicole, that's because they did their road trip. I wonder if they vlog it. They actually went to go see my cousin. Well, Binky, well, it's my cousin, but Binky's cousin too. My cousin's daughter. What time am I going to get on TikTok tomorrow? Depending on the day that I have. Do y'all prefer like mid-evening before bed, like bedtime for TikTok? Because I'm doing my music. So, should I do like 7 to 9 on TikTok? And we started a hype train to celebrate you. You're amazing, Mom. That's so dope. Thank you, Kim. Where do y'all start that at? On here or on Twitch? I wasn't being funny, Kiana. I just know how you was saying it. Oh, he's still Magic Mike. I'm going to check him out, Beezy. Thank you. 7 to 9 will be fine. Okay, that's what I do. I'm going to do that then, Miss Wilson. Because 9 ain't too late, right? Because if somebody like me can go to bed at 9 and still get up on time, I know that ain't too late. Unless y'all at work or got to work or whatever. Right? Oh, they did? That was being nice. For some reason, it's always the calm before the storm, Kim. And let me tell you a question. Albeezy told me that they said, when we first started this podcast tonight, Albeezy told me that they said that they were plotting on me when I least expected, right? Okay? Then now you're saying they did some type of nice tribute to me on Twitch? Nah, I ain't buying it. They up to something. Gonna fuck around and get fucked around and get fucked around and get pilled. Don't play with me. Go. Which one of y'all they friends over here? 7 to 9 tomorrow night at TikTok. Bring your drinks. Because we going to have some wind down music. We might throw a couple of other songs in there, but we going to take it back. Because TikTok, I see that we have a mixture of ages over here. But we're going to have more of the seasoned music over there. Before you go, you know I love you. I just had to tell you that. I love you too, Candace. I'd like to thank Mama Shay and everyone else on here. Y'all have a blessed night. Be safe. You too, April. Love you. But my time will be 6 to 8 because, okay. See, that's good. Don't do what, Kiana? I ain't did nothing. Meek used to be my favorite job, but then after all of that other stuff that's been going on in the media, I said I keep my mouth closed and I don't know what I'm talking about. And that's another thing I've learned to go on with this topic. Another thing that I've learned is if you don't know what you're talking about, shit the fuck up. Hold on, y'all. If this Binky calling me, hold on. So what I've learned is, and so when all that stuff in the media started happening with them, love you too, Kiana. I said, I don't know. I still like them, but Mom, you always trying to do us young folks. I know all about that. You do, CT? Okay, well, meet us on TikTok tomorrow. You follow me on TikTok? If not, follow me on TikTok, and we're going to see how much of the old school music that you do know. Yes, you've come a long way, Candace. I seen the struggle. At one point, I was just like, whoa. And then Albeezy tried to call me out. But I peeped it. What you gonna do with the chair and liquor, Byron? Let me tell you a question before I go. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Tap the screen to love the stream. If y'all can see these numbers over here, it was amazing. Almost brought tears to my eyes because this is probably the biggest podcast we've had. So I love when we have great topics. Let me take that off my list. I don't know who gave me that. Y'all, out of that list we made before when I first started this, these are the ones that I wrote down from my inbox, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It was 16 topics. We've only covered 2. That's how sidetracked we begin with. Kiana, you drink Mad Dog? Oh, yeet-to-dee. Bless the Lord. Bless him. Wait a minute. He said, Kenneth, I can't tell you what I'm going to do. You married? Brandy, you drink 2022? Oh, y'all, it's Irish Rose. What the? There's a whole bunch of alkies up in here. Okay, y'all, so listen, let me tell you a question. I'm going to wrap it on up. It's past 8:30. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Tonight was amazing. Okay, well, meet me on TikTok tomorrow night at 7. Be there or be square. Make sure y'all have y'all... Oh, wait a minute. I just caught on. Was y'all trying to make fun of seasoned people with these cheap-ass old drinks? Is that what y'all was doing? When I said be there or be square, make sure y'all have y'all drinks tomorrow night on TikTok? Yeet-to-dee. I just caught on. I got something for y'all. You call me out talking about some Mama Shay just skipping over people. I had to. Now you talking about some moonshine. I love y'all. I love y'all. Listen, let me tell you a question. I'm going to say one more thing. When I shut down the podcast, I noticed y'all be having a little after party in the comment section, but I think it's totally unfair because then I can't comment. It was some tea being spilled one night, and I tried to comment and it said you've ended your session. I'm like, no, you stopped streaming. I was like, what? I couldn't even get in on it. I love y'all. I love y'all. I'm going to make sure I call y'all tomorrow. Okay, Miss Wilson. I knew you was close. But what drink you said you're going to have tomorrow night? I love y'all to the moon and back. I'm trying to be nosy there. Look, I was trying to make y'all think I logged off, but I didn't. Thank you, Kim. I tried. I wish I had them. I wish I had me a me. I used to. I used to have a me. But I don't anymore. That's the goal, last of a dying breed. That's the goal. And sometimes break loose for a little comedy. Keep it real. Some little, of course you got the bad kids. Listen, I got the bad kids on YouTube, the ones I react to. And then I got the bad kids here on my podcast. Candace, Byron, Brandy, Miss Wilson, Kiana, now Albeezy. Last of Dying Breed, I can't call you a bad kid. Who else? D Jim when she in here. Just horrible. But I love y'all. Why do I do that sound? Where the fuck did that come from? I love y'all. And it's a wrap. This is episode what? I don't know. But I'm gonna change my title. I'm gonna fix my title. And I will talk to y'all. Hennessy. Hennessy? Hennessy make you do bad stuff.